I know you're probably just getting the notification that we are going live, but just had to show off my lovely sloth outfit. I wore this for a different story time, and I figured, you know, since it's the last one, I gotta go all out. That's why we're outside, we're at Phelps Park. I'm gonna take my hood off so you can kind of see my face more the whole time, but here you go. Three-toed sloth. I shouldn't be showing my thumb. It's supposed to be a three-toed sloth. Because sloths are my favorite animal. Sorry, River. It's crazy. It's so crazy. This is my last story time ever. If you haven't heard yet, I got a new job in Des Moines. It's with this place called Iowa Safe Schools, and I'm really excited for it, and I'm really thankful for my time here. Helping Services has taught me so much. It was my first adult job from college, and I'm really thankful for the time that I had. But before I go and talk about my whole history, I need to introduce myself. So if you haven't been with us before, if you forgot my name or pronouns, my name is Madi. I use they, them pronouns. And here I have my buddy River. They also use they, them pronouns. And we have been bringing you story time every week since the COVID shutdown, and we hope to continue, but story time nobody will be taking over story time once I leave. So this is our last one, so we have to make it super, super good. So if you're watching live or later on, just get ready to have some fun. I got a good night's sleep last night and feeling very energized, and I love getting the chance to be outside. I wish I would have done more story times outside, but we're here now. We're outside. We're at Phelps Park. It's a beautiful day, and I'm ready to get going. So, what's the holiday today? Today, not only is it my last day at Helping Services, it's also World Humanitarian Day. So I have some facts and figures for you. I don't know why I said it like that. Anyway, so World Humanitarian Day. Like, what does that mean? Humanitarian, that's a big word. I can barely spell it. So, World Humanitarian, let's just start with that word. It's a person who improves the lives and living conditions of other people. It can be a person who helps other people or helps other communities or helps their own communities if they're helping other people within their communities. You get the gist? So it's very simple, and anyone can be a humanitarian. If you love and care for others and donate time or money to help other people live better lives, you're a humanitarian. Or if you know somebody who does all that, you know a humanitarian. I'm sure if you don't identify as one, you at least know somebody out there. Sometimes humanitarian is linked to like celebrities and stuff when they donate a bunch of money, which is great. I love it when people who have a lot of money are giving their money to good causes. But it doesn't mean that we all can't be one, right? Just because you don't have a lot of money doesn't mean you can't be a humanitarian. Hi, Mom. Mom's here. Now I lost my train of thought. Mom always distracts me. It's okay. Anyway, so World Humanitarian Day is a day to honor the humanitarians all over the world. It's international, and it was established by the United Nations 11 years ago in 2009, and it commemorates the anniversary of the bombing of the UN headquarters in Iraq. So how do we celebrate World Humanitarian Day? I know usually River gives us some ideas in their special message or activity of the week, but since it's the last time River's doing something a little different, they told me, so I'm going to share with you what you can do to celebrate today. One thing is donating to a humanitarian organization. Like I said before, donating could be time or money. And I'm going to be including links, at least a link to an article about World Humanitarian Day for this year, because it shines a light on a special humanitarian that's being recognized this year. And then I'll do another link to an article that offers ways to help Iowans after the derecho that happened recently. If you live in the Midwest, you probably heard of it happening, and Cedar Rapids was hit really hard. So I'm going to leave a link to that so you're able to see what you can do to help people in Iowa who are struggling, and it gives all the resources and links to everything. So I'll give you that too. So there's ways you can donate your time and money, and it's really great. Some other things you can do to celebrate is doing some humanitarian work of your own. So if you live near a place that was affected by the derecho and you want to go donate your time or help clean up or run food or supplies over there, that's some things you can do. It's really emphasized that although this is a international holiday, you can do things within your own community that would be considered humanitarian work or volunteering or whatever. You also can contact your elected leaders and ask for change in certain areas, or, you know, maybe certain plans to prepare for certain crisis events or anything like that. Those are all options, or really anything that you want to see change in that you know your elected leaders have power to change. So why is it so important? It's really important holiday because we are celebrating these unsung heroes. Humanitarians often aren't noticed for the work that they do, and so we want to shed light on that. So if you know a humanitarian, tell them thank you. Give them a socially distanced high five or hug. If you don't live with them. Today also highlights the need for humanitarian work. It's hard work, and there's few people maybe that do it or maybe that get paid for it, you know? So it's really important to highlight the need for it and inspire people to do some either in their free time or maybe look for work that helps other people. And the hashtag that's been used for this year is called Real Life Heroes. So if you want to go on social media and like see more posts or learn about other humanitarians that are maybe being recognized today, go check that out. And yeah, that's World Humanitarian Day. So happy World Humanitarian Day, yay! Okay, River's definitely a humanitarian of Storytime because they help me every week. They get me emotionally ready. They get me all prepped and ready. So thanks, River. I gave them a fist bump. All right, so if you haven't been with us before, we'll just kind of go through our schedule really quick. First, we usually get all the wiggles out. We get all the wiggles out, and so we can feel all nice and get all the energy out before we do some deep breathing together to get nice and calm for our first book. And then after our first book, we'll sing a song. The song today, it's one I've been really wanting to do for a long time, so I'm really excited. And then after our song, we'll read our second book. And after our second book, usually I have some announcements. If there's any, probably not too many new announcements today since it's the very last one. But after that, we always do some special messages from River, which I have right here this time since we're outside. And River will give you a special message and then also activity to try or continue or remind you of for the week. So without further ado, we're going to get the wiggles out. I'm not wearing my glasses today, so I don't have to worry about wearing my glasses, but I am connected to a microphone, which is connected to my phone. So I'm going to be careful because I don't want to like whip the phone out. So let's start from our head or your hair. Okay, start wiggling the head, maybe the neck a little bit. Let's wiggle other parts of the face. Can you wiggle your eyebrows? How about your nose? How about your mouth? Can you wiggle your ears? This is how I have to wiggle my ears because I can't wiggle my ears. Can you wiggle your tongue? How about your shoulders? Let's wiggle your shoulders a little bit. Boop, boop, doo, doo. Can you wiggle them up and down and side to side, forward and back? And your arms, wiggle your arms. Doo, doo, doo. You can make your own soundtrack music to it if you want. And wiggle your hands. Wiggle those hands, wiggle your fingers, no matter how many fingers you have. And wiggle your torso, your chest, your tummy, your back. Can you wiggle those all at once? Can you wiggle them one at a time? That's kind of hard. It's all connected to your spine. Wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. I should have wrote my own wiggle song. It's never too late. Wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it. All right, wiggle those hips. I know I'm sitting down, but if you're sitting down, you can wiggle those hips. If you're standing up, you can wiggle those hips. Maybe raise your arms. Wiggle in the air like you just don't care. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right, now this is my core workout, everybody. Wiggle those legs. Wiggle them. Can you go faster? Can you kick the ceiling? Can you go this way? I'm not trying to do bicycle. This is just like the only way my legs know how to move. We'll try different ways. Move as differently as you can. I knew this was going to happen, y'all. Got a little too ahead of myself. Okay. Keep wiggling those legs. And wiggle the feet. And wiggle the toes. I know you can't see my toes. And wiggle everything all at once. 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo-hoo-hoo. Goodness gracious. Okay. While everybody's heart rate comes back down, I'm just going to make sure my mic stuff is okay and we're all good here. Okay. Can still see everything? I think you can still see River. Whew! Okay. So, maybe you're a little out of breath. That's okay. It's normal. I'm going to get some water. Ooh, maybe you need water too. Now we're gonna calm down. I'm already regretting this fleece thing right now. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're gonna bring it down. We're gonna do some deep breaths together. And this time you'll be able to see my whole body when I do my deep breaths. So if you're sitting down, you can have your legs out because we're gonna try to do the stretches too. If you're standing, that's fine too. All right. So when we take our deep breaths to get nice and calm for our first book, we're going to breathe in through our nose and out through our mouth. Are you ready? Take a deep inhale. And when you inhale, we're going to reach our arms for the sky and our legs for the ground or wherever your legs are facing and stretch like a long piece of taffy is being pulled, but without hurting yourself. You only want to stretch a little bit. So take an inhale through the nose and reach, 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 reach. Reach for the sky. Can you reach any higher? Can you reach your toes any farther away? Can you suck in a little bit more air? A little bit more. And exhale, bring it all in, maybe wiggle it out. All right, awesome. We're gonna do one more deep breath together. And same thing, in through the nose, out through the mouth, and we're gonna mouth, and we're gonna reach, 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 like a long piece of taffy. Are you ready? Inhale through the nose, and reach, 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 reach. Can you reach any higher? Stretch any further. And exhale. Exhale it all out. Wiggle it out. Maybe wiggle out the legs. Do whatever extra wiggling or stretching or breathing that you need to do. You need to grab a little bit more water. All right. And I'm all good to go. Awesome. So, River, it is time for our first book. Time is already flying, and it's still really warm. I think we should start with this river, right? Okay, yeah, me too. All right, so this is our first book of the day. It says, "Look out, kindergarten, here I come." With our selection becoming limited at helping services for story time, I thought this one was a good one because I know some people might be going back to school. Well, everybody's going back to school, but it might be different for people if it's in person or virtual. So maybe there's ways we can relate this to virtual school, or, you know, even if you're doing school online and you really wish you could see all your friends in person. It's all about just trying to keep people safe and make sure they don't get sick. And at some point, you will be able to see your friends again. I promise. Okay. So it says, "Look out, kindergarten, here I come," by Nancy Carlson. I'm going to scoot forward a bit so you can see all the pictures. And I know it's still backwards. My coworker Renee was trying to help me figure out the thing and the setting, but it doesn't show up on my phone. So I'm sorry, but that's one thing we never could fully figure out during story time. All right. "Wake up, dear," said Henry's mom. "It's the first day of kindergarten." "Oh boy, let's go," said Henry. He had been getting ready for this day all year. Not so fast, said his mom. First, you need to wash up and get dressed. Look at that. Is this how excited you are for school? Or a first day of work? Or a first day of anything? A new restaurant? So Henry brushed his teeth the way his dentist had shown him and washed behind his ears. Then he buttoned his shirt and snapped his jeans and almost tied his shoes. Almost. All right, so Henry brushed his teeth. Do you remember how to brush your teeth? Like this. And you got to get all of them. And then he washed his ears. That's good. Washing is good. And then he almost tied his shoes. So maybe he doesn't know how to tie his shoes yet. And that's okay. He'll learn someday. All right. Okay, I'm all ready for kindergarten, said Henry. Not so fast, said his mom. First, you need a good breakfast. So Henry ate 3 pancakes and a bowl of fruit and drank a big glass of milk. Look, he was almost all ready, but then he almost forgot to eat breakfast. Y'all, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I had some strawberries for breakfast. What did you have for breakfast? But these pancakes look really good. Now I'm ready to go, said Henry. Not so fast, said his mom. You still need to pack up your supplies. So Henry packed pencils, scissors, crayons, paper, glue, an apple, and, we'll find out what it is on the next page. So he packed up his supplies. See, this is maybe one nice thing about virtual learning. If you're doing that, you won't have to pack all your stuff up every day. You can maybe just keep it in one spot in the house wherever you're doing your online learning. But what else did he pack? And a photo of his mom and dad in case he got lonely. Now I'm ready, said Henry. Oh, a photo of his mom and dad. I have a very nice photo of my family at work in case I ever get lonely. And now he's ready to go. What do you think we'll do first? Asked Henry. Do you think we'll paint? Sure you will, said his mom, just like at home. Good, said Henry. What else will we do? Oh, what's going to happen? Yeah, do you ever wonder what's going to happen on the first day of something new? Maybe they'll paint. What else did you do in kindergarten? I remember I had nap time. I wish I still had that. I remember we sang songs. Lots of fun stuff. What else? You'll probably learn your ABCs, said his mom. Hey, I already know the letters in my name, said Henry. What will we do after that? So learn the ABCs. And this is him writing his name. Oh, goodness. We're having some paper struggles. All right. You'll sing songs. I guess that one. And play games. Yes, because playing is learning. And you might practice counting, said his mom. 1, 2, 3 flowers, said Henry. I can count to 10 because we practiced counting with buttons. What comes next? Look at all these things. This might be a lot, and Henry seems kind of prepared, but it's okay if he's not fully prepared for kindergarten. I didn't know all the things I needed to know before kindergarten, and I turned out fine. You'll make fun things in arts and crafts, and you'll read stories. But I can't read, said Henry. That's okay, said his mom. You'll start by listening. Reading comes later. Uh-oh. Yeah, see, Henry couldn't read when he went into kindergarten. I couldn't read until I was 6. And now I'm doing story time. Look at how far we've come, y'all. It's okay. Henry will be okay, too. Here we are, said Henry's mom. It's so big, said Henry. What if I get lost? Remember, we found your room and your cubby at kindergarten roundup, said his mom. But you can always ask a teacher for help. There it is, the school. When Henry got to his room and saw lots of new faces, he said, "I want to go home." Oh. Does that ever happen to you? When you get somewhere new and your parents are dropping you off and you're like, "I want to go home." It's happened to me before. "Why don't you come in and look around?" said his teacher, Miss Bradley. So Henry looked around. He saw the art corner. He saw letters and numbers that he knew. Look at that. Familiar things, huh? He saw a bookcase full of books, and he met a new friend to play with. "Well, what do you think?" asked Henry's mom. "I think I might stay for a while, Mom," said Henry. Looks like he's having a good time already. Because kindergarten is going to be fun. Yay! The end. Oh my goodness, such a good book. I love... Who illustrated? Did Nancy illustrate this too? Okay, can't look at it right now, but awesome! That was a great book choice. I hope maybe if you're starting virtual learning or going back to school soon, it might be a little scary. There might be things you're not prepared for, but it's all about learning new things, and that's how you grow. And especially if you're younger, playing is all about learning. And if you're older, you're never too old to play. So, oh my goodness, it's already 10:50. All right, so we got to do our song. The song that I wanted to do and I've been wanting to do for a while is "You Are My Sunshine." Yeah, so I really like it. We're just going to sing the chorus twice. If you know it, sing along. Maybe dance along. I'll try to be swaying. And we'll just be here to have fun. If you're going to dance and move around, just make sure you aren't going to hit anybody who might be next to you or near you. Want to be safe. I'll make sure I have my gloves on. And yeah, so if you're ready, come sing and dance with me or watch me sing and dance, whatever you want to do. And then after that, we'll read our second book. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. One more time. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Oh, that song makes me so happy. Yay! And it's sunny out. So you are my sunshine. Awesome. Okay, it's time for our second book. This time is just flying by. This one's called How Do You Do? Written by Nancy Parent and illustrated by Adam Devaney. I'll get closer again so you can see the images. So, how do you do? So, I'm wondering if we're going to be learning about some greetings in this book, which might be good if you're going back to school, whether in person or online, and you're meeting some new people. All right, here we go. When meeting someone who's brand new, see if you know what to do. This is a pop-up book, y'all. It's a little mouse waving and eating a cookie. Should you smile and wave your arms in the air? Should you jump up and down or stop and stare? Maybe smiling and waving? But maybe staring isn't the best. Oh wait, we forgot the... Uh-oh. What's happening? Oh, they're fighting over a piece of cheese. Typical mice. Do you pass right by looking down on... Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Do you pass right by... Sorry, y'all. Do you pass right by looking down at your feet? Or say, hello, would you like to meet? Which of those ones would you do? I guess I would also say it's whatever you're most comfortable with. Sometimes saying hello can be really scary. Oh my goodness, is that a mouse Elvis? Or, okay, maybe not Elvis, but just some really tall hair. All right, should you hide your eyes and run away? or ask if they want, oh goodness grace, or ask if they want to play. Oh, they're in the pot. No, you nod and say, how do you do? Then give them your hand for a shake or two. And for now, because of COVID, maybe you say, how do you do? And you wave your hand, or you say, hi, how are you doing? And you wave. And look at that. And they're shaking hands inside donuts. That's so funny. But just like I said, we'll wave from a distance. The end. All right. Awesome. Oh, I'm trying not to get caught. Awesome, everybody. Good book choice, River. So there's many different ways you can say hi. Really, as long as you're being nice and welcoming and staying socially distant. And if you do become in within 6 feet of them, make sure you put a mask on. Which reminds me, if you missed it last Friday, I released a video about mask wearing and how to do it properly, and maybe some ways you can do it with your kids. I know I've kind of chatted about it on here before, but it's just a quick little video all about masks. You can find it on our Facebook page. You can also find it at helpingservices.org if you want to check it out. And we also linked a bunch of resources in the comments and in the description. So if you want to read up more on it and just get a little more informed on mask wearing, because it's going to be really important, especially as schools are opening up, to keep everybody safe. So, goodness gracious, time is still flying. After a second book, we usually do announcements. I mean, I guess my only announcement is, if you haven't heard, I'm leaving. So this is going to be the very last story time. There isn't really anybody able at Helping Services to take it over. So this will be the last one. If you missed some in the past, I'm sure they're still going to leave them on the Facebook page and helpingservices.org, so you can find them there. And it's also on our YouTube page if you want to subscribe there. Yeah, but today's actually also my last day of working. So after this weekend, my parents are helping me move to Des Moines, and I'll be on to my next chapter. So thank you so much for being here with me. I've learned so much, and I'm so glad we could start this fun tradition. And just because I'm done doesn't mean it has to be over. You can start new traditions in your home, or hey, maybe somebody else will start it up, and you can share it around the community too. Okay. Some wireless connection thing just happened, so if we're back, hopefully we're back. All right, so give me a drum roll, please, for River's special messages. Ta-da! Oh, sorry. Goodness. I know it's backwards, but it says, we love you. And by we, River means River and I. Us. We love you. We've had such a fun time doing this with you and planning and doing all the fun things, and just had a really great time. We hope you did too, and just want you to know that we love you very, very much. So this was a really good one, River. Oh. All right, and so if you saw, I took out this special white slip of, it has little clouds on it. I know you can't see, but just paper that River writes their activity of the week down on, and yeah, and then it'll be the end of our last story time. So give me a big drum roll for this, our last drum roll ever together. Yes! Oh my goodness. So River says to keep on reading and dancing. So obviously, since it's story time, reading was a huge part of our time together, but also dancing and moving was a really big part of this too, to just get your bodies moving, get them active, or you watch me get my body moving, whatever felt best for you each story time. I was there for it, and it was super fun. So just keep on reading, keep on dancing, or moving your bodies however you want. It's a beautiful day out today in Decorah, so I would highly recommend getting outside if you have the chance. Just make sure you put your sunscreen on and bring your mask, just in case you get within 6 feet of people outside, or if you're going to a store or something. It's really important to keep everybody safe. So with that, thank you so much for letting me entertain you for the past couple months. It's been such an honor to provide you with this awesome time. I always had so much fun doing story time and planning story time, so thank you for indulging me. And River thanks you a lot. I know they were pretty quiet the whole time. I mean, besides their messages, but they wanted to send lots of love and thankfulness for everything. So everybody have a great rest of your week and a great rest of your day. Bye!